Welcome back to our video series on Amazon FBAs. In the first video in this series, we explored choosing your product. Now it's time for step 2, the second phase of the process of establishing your FBA. In step 2 of the process, you need to work out how you want to source your new product. Now that you've chosen your FBA business's product you want to produce, you probably feel quite relieved, but don't let yourself get too comfortable. Finding a source for your goods is the next step, which takes almost as much time as choosing the product itself. So what do we need to do to source our new product? Well, you start by locating a supplier. Think about getting your product from outside the United States because cost will determine the location and process of how you supply your product. That is, of course, if price is your primary goal. Obviously, some brands have done well marketing as US made, so consider that when you're sourcing your product. If you're looking for United States domestic suppliers or favor working with local businesses, buy a trade magazine from an online or brick-and-mortar retailer. Otherwise, search Google for regional trade shows that will feature the major players in the sector. You might find a supplier who sells the exact item you're looking for by browsing those magazines or navigating the maze of tables at a trade show. When comparing suppliers, look to see if they produce any more goods that you might consider listing down the road. After all, you've chosen a specialized industry that's very competitive. If they do, make an effort to build rapport with them right away in order to set yourself up for greater success in the future. Next, you'll need to ship your product. When deciding how to source your goods, you need to also take into account your financial ability to do so, which will also influence whether you source your product domestically or abroad. Every form of shipment is subject to a plethora of rules and guidelines, but receiving goods from outside the country is considerably more complicated. When moving products from a port, shipping by rail is frequently employed due to the ease and speed of moving goods over vast distances. It can be a reasonable alternative for moving larger bulk commodities domestically, even if it's less flexible than just using a truck, which is another option for land-based transportation. Your options for arranging freight will be via boat or by air if you're trying to transport your product from abroad, in a country like China. Generally speaking, when compared to shipping by air, shipping by boat is 50% less expensive and can help you develop and scale your firm and is more dependable, even with its complex paperwork and protracted wait times. The majority of Amazon FBA firms prefer shipping by boat because it helps them securely transport their products while saving money on the lower-priced foreign suppliers. Whether you send goods abroad by train, air, or sea, you must go through customs processes and adhere to all laws regarding international taxes and shipping laws. Despite the additional red tape, freight sent by water is still less expensive and will increase the profit potential of your product. You're good to go as long as you're aware of all the regulations and additional costs associated with overseas shipping. Additionally, you may choose to transport your goods directly to an Amazon warehouse, whether they are coming from China or somewhere else. Since you cannot inspect product quality before they are stocked on the shelves of the fulfillment center, there are extra concerns present, of course. If you decide to hire a third party to verify product quality, there will be additional costs associated with involving a middleman. If you want to build a successful FBA business, it's also a good idea to consider leveraging Amazon's fulfillment and storage capabilities. Once your supplier has delivered your goods, you must ready them for the Amazon Fulfillment Center, which involves some rather strict instructions to follow. However, if you lack the space in your garage or the time in your day to precisely and effectively package your products, think about outsourcing this job to a virtual assistant or other third party to implement quality control and assist you in maximizing the potential of your FBA business. That is step 2 of the process, sourcing your new product. If you liked this video, then please click follow and subscribe with the links below. And don't forget, now that you've chosen your product and how to source it, it's time for step 3 to finish building your Amazon FBA business. So be sure to check out the final video in our series. And remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any material contained in this video does not constitute legal or financial advice. You should always do your own research and consult your certified financial advisor or professional before making financial decisions.